I took a medical leave of absence last semester because like my anxiety and my depression got really overwhelming and I couldn't really function well and I couldn't really like perform as well as I wanted to, and I thought that if I took the time to myself and tried to figure out how to like, I mean you don't ever fully recover or something like that, but deal with it better, I guess. The anxiety and the depression kind of made it difficult to, well, I mean more the anxiety made it difficult to like go to class. So I would wake up in the morning and I would get really anxious about going to class, and I would like hem and haw about whether I was gonna go for like an hour, and then I would like not go, and then I'd feel bad about it, and then it would be like a never-ending cycle of shittiness. But if I would go, I'd be sitting there like panicking the whole time, and I would like leave, and it was just really bad. But then like the depression was just, it makes you not want to like get out of bed or do anything, and so it's like tough to like get stuff done. And then once you start, falling behind, it kind of becomes like a snowball effect, and it's just hard to catch up. The day that I actually left was not as weird as you might expect, because it kind of felt like I was just going home, and like it was a couple weeks later that I think it really set in, because I was like, why haven't I gone back to school yet? And then I realized like I'm not going back until, at that point it was all up in the air, so I didn't know like when I was actually gonna come back. So yeah, it was like weird, but the actual day of leaving, I guess it was kind of like emotional when I actually was like unpacking my stuff from the car. I was like, I kind of felt like I fucked up, like I'm this big failure, stupid idiot, but I don't know. That's really not how it was at all. The counseling center wasn't terribly informative, so I kind of felt like I was leaving without having any knowledge of how to go about going back to school, or I just kind of felt like they were pushing me away, and then I had no idea like what was going on or how to start up again. They were just not really as helpful as I wish that they were. I kind of feel like I went through a lot of it by myself, because I just felt like, everyone's busy, everyone's doing stuff, and so it wasn't something, other people weren't focusing on it very much. When I was home, I went to a therapist, which was the first time in my life I ever went to therapy. She saw a lot of college students, but a lot of the issues that I discussed with her, she said that she has a lot of patients that deal with the same thing, and it's, it isn't unique to me. There's a lot of people who get overwhelmed by the process of college and who, don't necessarily know how to deal with it as well as they need to, and so it's not shameful to take time off to like figure it out. She gave me a bunch of like strategies for like dealing with stress and stressful moments and stuff. And then I started taking medicine for the first time in my life also. And I'm still trying to decide if I feel like that's really making a difference. But it's a really long process, because it takes a long time to like fully kick in, and then you have to decide if you feel anything, and you have to like change your dose, and it takes a long time to find out what really works for you. I became very introspective, so I was able to look at myself and try to figure out what kind of person I wanted to be. And, spending so much time alone, I was constantly with myself, and so I got to know myself better. But yeah, I used it wisely too. I had an internship, and I just tried to spend time with my family. And this semester, I feel like I'm coping pretty well. I'm taking more credits than I've ever taken before, and managing it really well. Mostly really well. And socially is fine. I'm a lot more comfortable with just having, the tight circle that I have, and I don't feel like I need to constantly be doing something. And yeah, it's just going pretty well. I'm feeling comfortable and not as stressed or as worried. I'm taking the strategies I learned and like putting them into practice.